Get rid of that. There we go. I am live on Facebook. Hey, Abby. Miss Patson. Afternoon, Miss Patson. Hi, Cherie. Sorry, I thought I'd come live because otherwise you'll all moan at me that I hadn't come live, even though I haven't finished what I'm meant to be doing. I don't know, Hazel. Not on BC, she's not. Hello, Stacey. Oh, Stacey. I'm like, Stacey Horny. Stacey Horny. Hola, Stacey Horny. Ooh, go live with Lynn Foggan. Oh, she's doing a D-stash. Oh, she might be doing it on a different... there's another D-stash page that's not a BST one that I am not a member of, so I would not know. But maybe. I don't know. I'll believe you if you say so. But I don't care. Sorry guys. Right, so I am going to, again, just getting boys to sleep in the bed or on the front sofa. I'm trying to, what you doing? Denise, right, so in case you missed the last one, I will explain again. So we had, no, not yet. Yes, yet. Your hair's so long, I know. Oh, what have I done here? So when I was up at BST, I answered lots of questions for people in the shop, which was fine. It's all cool. It's nice to see, like, to answer questions if I can. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Yes, we are all a beastie bestie family. A dysfunctional one, but we are. So everybody touched upon almost every... I was only there for 3 days this time, and in those 3 days, I think pretty much everybody asked questions about almost every fabric in the place, bar a couple. But the one that I noticed that people really weren't asking questions about was oilcloth. So like a normal PVC, but with a cotton backing to it. It's relatively cheapish. Some of it is more expensive depending on what design you get. Thank you, Dot. So I've been sneezing all day. I've got hay fever. I take a tablet and it still doesn't actually, so my eyes are going a bit puffy. I think that's why I look so tired, because my eyes are puffy because of hay fever, and I'm really hot just because it is hot and stuffy. So if I start sniffing and sneezing and getting runny eyes, I'm not upset. I'm just dying of hay fever. So apologies for that. But yeah, so people don't really know what to do with oilcloth sometimes. It's not alive for people. You can watch it if you want. But it's not necessarily alive that people who sew all the time with everything are going to learn anything from. But people... Granny had a table protector. That was about it, yeah. But people who don't necessarily know what fabrics are used for, or struggle with certain things, or have got like a prize off of BST, or have got a grab bag with some oilcloth in it, or just want to try something a bit new, and it might go, oh yeah, God, I could do that, because it looks simple, which it is, because I'm not going to do anything hard, because I'm not that clever. It's all an illusion. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It is a case of, I'm using some oilcloth. So the last video we done, we made, no, it doesn't help my eyes at all, but keeps me cool. Can't win. Hence I don't have it blowing in my face. I've got it kind of blowing under the table, and it all kind of comes up. It's quite nice. So yeah, we made a bag already. Get it here. So we already made a bag. We've already made a little makeup pouch, whatever you want to call it, a little one. And then we made my awesome one, which I just think is awesome and the kids love it. So they'll be going off to BST soon. But I thought something practical we can make with oilcloth as well was a sewing machine tidy. So what you do is you put your machine on the table, but this goes underneath your machine, cushions the sound slightly because it's sat on something that's going to be a bit spongy, and then it hangs down the front and you've got pockets down the front to put all your rubbish in. So yeah, we're going to make it out the same oilcloth as before because this is the one I've got, so same designs. All the stuff that I've made that Ruth is going to try and separate the video for me and put into 3 is all done by measurements, so there's no pattern to be had. You can just cut it out, free will, make them, sell them, gift them. I don't care. I'm not fussed at all. Use my measurements for whatever you guys want. I'm really not fussed. So girl, I will stay then. Yay! So yeah, so we're going to make a sewing machine tidy. Well, I'm going to attempt to. It's not something I've made before, but the theory of it is, you know, it's all there. It's in my brain. So again, it's all done by measurements, which might be slightly off towards the end, but we can amend as we go. So what we will definitely need though is I've got a 20-inch square of oilcloth, and that's going to be what's going to go under my machine and drop down the front. I don't know who that was. Someone just WhatsApped me from a number I don't know. So yeah, it's what's going to go under the machine and drops down the front is in oilcloth. Then the front of the pockets are going to be in oilcloth. They're going to be lined with a polypoplin, same colour as what we've done the bag because it goes really nicely. And then the back of it is going to be in polypoplin as well, that sits on the table, but internally it's going to have a fleece inside. So it's just a normal like a budget fleece. I'm just using white because that's the colour I have. So if you've got some with marks on it or anything like that, oh, was it you, Stacey? Yay! I'll answer it when I get off. So it's just a normal fleece, but it's got that squashiness to it that it's going to help with the noise of your machine. It's not going to really move too much. Your machine's not going to move on the oilcloth because that's going to be stuck to it. If you wanted to put oilcloth on the back of it as well so it didn't move on your table, then by all means do. I just haven't got enough oilcloth here to do that. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately my industrial will not do it, but my little baby over there can have one. So what we're going to need is a 20 by 20 inch square of oilcloth to start with. Then I've got a 20 by 20 of fleece to go behind that. Then I've got another 20 inch by 20 inch backing. So if you wanted to make your back out of oilcloth, then you'd need 2 of those. If you want to make it out of the cotton, then you need 1 of those. And then for the pockets along the front, I have got 7 inches high by 36, I worked it out too long, 36 inches long. And the same of the polypoplin again to do the internals of the pockets, so the lining of the pockets. So I hope all that makes sense. If not, we'll explain along the way. So let me try and move you around a little bit. How do I do that? Like that. Is that good for you guys? Let's move you over there a little bit. Right, so I can still just about see comments. Yeah, perfect. So start by moving all this rubbish out of the way. And a drink, sorry. Ta-da. Right, hopefully when this is finished, Ruth can pin this to the top as well. So if anybody wants to go, can do. So, oilcloth face down, face up, sorry. And I'm just going to put the lining to the pockets on top of it. So what I'm going to do is wonder clip, again, most useful things in the world. I'm going to wonder clip all down one long side. Well, I'm not going to do it all down the side, but just so it's lined up and I stay on track. And a wonder clip all the way down one side, the top side of where the top of your pockets would be, for example. And I'm going to stitch all the way down this. Again, I'm using a slightly longer stitch than I would do normally. I'm on about 4 and a bit, just because the oilcloth's a little bit thicker and I don't want to put my stitches too close together, just in case it sort of perforates it. And obviously the oilcloth sometimes is a little bit sticky on your machine foot, so that longer stitch will eggs it on a little bit more. I'm sure there is a much more complicated pattern out there for sewing machine tidies, but I'm not willing to look up. So, get that sewn all along one top edge. You're just going to fold your lining onto the back, very similar to what we've done to the top of the bag. And then what I'm going to do is work the oilcloth and the lining between my fingers so that we get a nice flat definition between the front and the back. And then again, I'm going to wonder clip it, and I'm actually going to wonder clip it all the way down for this one, because the oilcloth does not naturally, it naturally just wants to stay straight and do this. So you just need to give it a bit of a helping hand and a nudge or an elbow in the right direction. And then we're going to top stitch it all the way down, and that is basically your pocket done. See, told you. Nothing I do is complicated. Well, occasionally, but very rarely. So who's already got one of these? Who's never heard of it? Who wants one? Who's never been brave enough to try it? I know that Wendy's done one. I remember seeing yours, Wendy, actually. Didn't you do one with Karen as well? Or wasn't it on that sewing thing you went on when you done yours? I vaguely remember. So guys, boring bit. I want one. Well, here you go. Now you know how to make one. Well, you will do, hopefully. By the end of the video you will do, hopefully. It shouldn't be that long either. It's quite a simple process. Oh. But again, it's just something else you can do with oilcloth. If you've got friends who sew and you need to make them something for Christmas, it's quite a nice sort of substantial gift. Ah, see, I knew it was something to do with Karen. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch along the oilcloth side, because that's the side you're going to see again. And again, when top stitching it, you might just need a hand through. But this one seems to be alright actually. Yeah, the oilcloth is from BST. It's not on the website, I've just learned. But I'm sure that if you send Tracy a message with a screenshot, I'll hold up the bag in a minute. If you screenshot that and send Tracy a message, I think it's $5.99 a metre. It's not a very expensive one, but it's really, really sweet and nice. So there you go. Right, if you take a screenshot of that, she'll know what one it is. If not, just rewind the video and grab it at some point. But yeah, I think it's one of the cheaper ones. We tried to get one that was like a cheaper one than one of the more expensive one, just to cover everybody's tastes. So let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. So that's basically your front pockets done. What we're going to do is fold that up when we attach it to the front. So for a minute, I'm going to move that to the side. So with the 20 by 20 square, what I've done is I've got a set of circles. They're just cardboard circles, like this. These I actually got, there you go, $5.99 Clark & Clark. So it's a really nice, well, you know what Clark & Clark stuff's nice, it's lovely anyway. But yeah, I actually bought these from Wendy Pussy, and she made cards, and I use these circles all the time when I want to like round off corners of things. brilliant idea. So round off the corners however you want, sometimes like a bias, a ribbon thing, whatever you want to use, whatever you can use to round off all 4 corners of your 20 by 20 square, which is now not a square, of the oilcloth. Now by rights you should do the same to the fleece and the backing, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sew around it and cut the corners off afterwards, but you lot can be more organised than me. I knew you lot would moan if I was late, so I thought I'd rather be on time and unprepared. Otherwise Tracy starts throwing her handbag at me and all sorts. It gets very ugly very quickly. Yeah, so take a screenshot, send it off to Tracy. She'll love me forever with everybody messaging her. But no, Clark & Clark is a lovely one, so don't have any problems. So I'm gonna, what am I gonna do? What do I need to do first? I need to do the pocket. Right. So the front is rounded off. No, the corners are rounded off on the oilcloth front. That's what I need to do first. The corners are rounded off on the oilcloth front. Sorry guys. Like I say, unprepared. Completely unprepared. Absolutely unprepared. How unprofessional. Right, so your pocket is going to get lined up. Again, you might have to get rid of the comments for this part. So, unfortunately I can't bend the phone down anymore, I don't think. Nope. I can move your back if that's helpful. There you go, that's much better. Okay, so you're going to line your pockets up with the corner of your fabric. Obviously that's a curve, this isn't. Doesn't really matter, you can sew around it. And we're going to create the pockets by folding it. So your corner, so that's always going to be and stay there. That edge always needs to line up with that edge, and this edge is going to always have to line up with that edge. Now I'm hoping that my measurements are right for this pocket piece. If not, we might have to shorten it a bit. So I've done it 36. Hold on, I'm getting there. Right, so we lost 16 inches. Right, okay. Tape measure time. It's getting serious now. So every fold that you do, you lose 2 inches. Hence we've got 36 inches on a 20-inch piece. So we're going to make 4 pockets, and then we need, yes, so we need so many folds. Yes, right, it makes sense now. Told you I'd get there in the end. So for the first fold, I'm going to do it on this side so you can see it. You're going to do it 1 inch in. So measure in 1 inch, which is here. Oh, you guys can't see. 1 inch, which is here. Just message Tracy and blame you. That's fine. I'll take it. I don't mind. And you're going to fold it over on itself like this. So you've literally got a concertina fold. Can you guys see that part? Like this. So that is going to be your fold number 1. So this one you're going to have to sew up to the around the thingy, but that's fine. Exactly the same on the other corner. So 1 inch in, and mark it with your finger. This one's quite simple because you can just fold back up to the edge. So fold it over and back on itself, and clip it like so. Ta-da! So each pocket is going to be 5 inches wide because you've got 4 of them, all the same size. So at 5 inches you mark it again. I'm just holding my finger there. You could actually do it with a pen because you're going to cover up this edge bit. So 5 inches in, mark it just literally on the edge. Is that for wonder clips? Then you need to measure again 1 inch along, which is here, And what you're going to do is fold on that mark. Nope. You're going to fold on the first mark, so it's 5 inches, back on itself at the second mark. So all these folds are going to be 1 inch. Hence you lose 2 inches for each fold. And that is each pocket. Make sense or not? So that in turn is your one pocket done. Then you need another one right here next to it. So you're going to measure along 1 inch, put a little mark, 2 inches, another one. This part you're going to put bias tape over, so it doesn't matter if you mark it or not. Fold the first line, you guys see it, fold the first line and then the second line. The whole time you're doing this, you're folding the oilcloth and the lining together at the same time. And when I'm clipping this, I am actually going to clip it to the back piece as well, so that when I sew it, I can just sew one straight line and it catches all the folds and the back piece at the same time. So that's the start of your second pocket. Can you see it coming together now? Sort of ish. I hope this is working. There you go. I'm trying to get some comments out of the way so I can actually see it as well. So like that. Then you're going to measure again. Your pocket's 5 inches wide. So 5 inches. Do another mark there. Starts off your pocket. Trying to do it so you guys can see. And then you've got 2 inches from that as well, so mark at 1 inch and 1 inch. We're going to take the first one, fold back on itself, so under, fold at the second line forward, and then that should match your third line. And that's pocket number 2 in place. The reason I'm using wonder clips rather than pins is because it's oilcloth. Will the bog standard machine so easy through these layers? Yeah, pretty much. You're going through 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of oilcloth. It's not as thick as you think it is. So then again, you just need to take it slow, to be honest. People sew bags on standard machines. You'll be fine with this. So 2 more inch marks. So take the first one, fold it over. Second one, fold it in. And that's the start of pocket number 3. Another 5 inches. I haven't been on my industrial for too long, to be honest. So 5 inches across for the pocket. Again, 2 more inch marks after that. Hopefully this measurement works out. So the first one to this one, I'm folding it under, over, match it up. And clip that onto the back as well. BST going to be out of oilcloth next week. It's on my list now. Yay, Dot! I've converted someone to oilcloth. Woohoo! Mission accomplished. You wait until I see what I've got to do next week. Next week I've got the deer oilcloth to use, and it's going to be something completely different that I'm quite excited actually. I've never done it before. So under, over, yeah, just about there. Yes, perfect. So yeah, that's a definite for the measurements, guys. No, I've obviously missed something along the way. Yeah, your measurements are going to be a little bit more accurate than mine, I think. Mine are a little bit off. But if that's the case, you can always fold it under less if needs be. Not my measurements for the fabric, my measurements as in where I'm measuring it too quickly with you guys. So that's basically it. So you can see your 4 pockets taking shape on the front. So all I'm now going to do is sew all the way across this bottom line, hold everything in place. Yeah, and then we can start. Told you, simples. Everything's simples. Right. So what I would suggest you do is just maybe backstitch over some of the folds as you get there. But again, just take it slowly and you should be fine. It's getting hot and sticky again. Oh no, and I've broken my thread. I suggest you don't use oilcloth on a hot sticky day. It's not pleasant. So yeah, if you're wanting to line your pockets in oilcloth as well, that probably is going to be way too thick to go through a domestic. But as this one stands, taking it slowly, it should be alright, to be honest. It's just hot and sticky. Dot, it is at the moment, but it appears to not be on the website and selling out fast. So if you want this one, take a screenshot of it and message it to Tracy. Blame me, I don't mind, I'll take it. And yeah, $5.99, and it's a Clark & Clark one. So get it while you can. Right, so that's all the pockets kind of on. They're not separated yet though. So what I'm going to do is where the creases naturally go together, so up and down here. Dot will be in the shop. Oh, there you go. Oh, of course you will. I'm such a donut. Yeah, go and grab it quick before everybody else messages Tracy then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sew straight up and create the pocket. So I'm just going to sew in between these creases to give me the separation on the pockets. So I'm going to move the creases out of the way while I'm sewing, and make sure you back stitch at the top, because obviously that's going to be your main point that you're going to put things in. Oh, sticky, sticky oil cloth. Yeah, sew with oil cloth on a cold day if you can. It's like wearing PVC, this is. Oh yeah, you're in trouble if you come early. Don't ever go early on a Monday. If you want your Facebook stuff. Right, so that's one. It's started to really cool down all of a sudden now. The sun's literally just gone in. Oh, it's lovely. I'm actually quite excited about being cold. If it gets much worse, I'm coming back up to the ST. That's it, I'm done with the weather down here. Right, I'm just going to cut off my threads as I go. And I've got one more line to do. Yep. open it up as you go down. You need to raise your foot up and put it over any last bits. That's it. So that has created now all of my pockets that are separate. So let's cut the thread off this one. Just cut all the loose bits off the back as well. Sorry, I do have to sweep in here daily because my floor gets covered, and it's easier to throw it on the floor than it is to actually put it somewhere practical every time. So on the floor it goes, laminate, well not laminate, lino, sweep it up, job done. So that is, the two centre pockets are completely done. The edge ones still need to be sewn on the edge. So that is my next job. I'm just going to sew the edge of these pockets on, but I'm going to do it from the back, because what I'm actually going to do is follow that curve round, so that these pockets will actually have a curved edge to them. It looks sticky side down this time. Yeah. It's so hot. Oh my goodness. Bad decision today. Bad decision. Okay, so you can see it's got the curved line around the front here, but my pocket's still functioning. So I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other side. Back stitch at the top a couple of times just in case, because again that's where your pocket's going to get the most pull on it. So that one again all done around the curve there, and this is still, I haven't caught this in the side, so it gives you the depth of the pocket. So I'm just going to cut the curves off like from the pocket one. Now they're all secured in place, so I'm back to my 20 by 20 square with curved corners on every side. There we go. And another loose end that we don't need. Okay, so that's what's going to hang down in front of your machine. So that's why we've lined them, because you're going to be able to see it, especially if you're sitting above it, because it'll be down here. And then your machine is going to sit on this part here. If your machine is bigger than 20 inches wide, I'll do my head in, just put myself in there. No, I love my machine. My machine's an old Jones machine. I love her. I love her dearly. That is what you get used to. She's never stitched anything wrong for me in my life. So that's that. So on the back, what you need to do is, you are not going to bother turning it because you're just going to bias tape the edge. We're going to do it really simply. So you just need to layer it up. So what you're going to have is your top layer on the top. Or actually, we're going to put it on the bottom. Followed by your fleece there. Followed by your whatever colour you choose to put on top. Your backing. So whether it be a polypoplin or whether it be another oilcloth, so that it doesn't move on the table, is completely up to you. But I just need to square these up together. I haven't bothered doing the corners on this one because what I'll do is the same as on the pocket, I'll just sew them in that sort of rounded off corner and then cut them off afterwards. But it's got the fleece inside because that's what I've chosen to use. You could put 2 ounce wadding in it, you could put 4 ounce wadding in it if you really wanted. It's just to give your machine a bit of a cushion, really. You can do it for an overlocker if you want. You could do one big pocket at the front for an overlocker, catch all your scrubby bits. So I had to buy a tray with my overlocker. I've got a little tray just there at the front. I think it was like £15 extra. It was horrendous for a little boxy tray, but it does catch all my bits, so can't complain. £15 for a tray. Rude. So everybody got it so far? Anybody lost? Anybody need me to I can't redo it, but I can re-go over it. Hi Rochelle! Rochelle is Annie the pole dancer's daughter. Or is everybody good with what is going on? Don't be afraid to ask a question, because it's the only way you learn how to do stuff. I ask questions, I ask stupid questions all the time to people. I have a couple of people that probably get really annoyed with my stupid questions, but it's fine. Like I say, only way you learn anything. Felix Snowman, there you go. Don't need to do anything else. Woohoo! Thanks, Dot. At least someone answered me, Dot. Thanks. So yeah, if same with oilcloth, definitely recommend getting Wonder Clips. They're very, very cheap, and they come in multitudes of colours. Multicolour. No, this is not where you belong, is it? Thank you. No. That's me. Sorry guys, really boring bit, but necessary. Because you don't want it to look like poop after I've finished. Loving the fabric. The fabric is absolutely lovely, this one. Very girly. Very pretty. Actually reminds me of my wallpaper. There's mine. There. It's not the same, but it's kind of got that girly. I use mine and put it over the top. Oh, that's quite a clever idea. Do you really require a slap, boss man? It's amazing that someone so ugly can sell such pretty fabrics as well. It's divorce. Divorce courts, I'm afraid. Divorce. Divorcing you. That's it. Had your chance. Blew it. Gone. Poof. Away. So, right, now you just need to top stitch, just sew all the way around it. It's all going to get covered up by bias tape anyway. It doesn't make a difference. So it doesn't actually matter how neat your sewing is on this part. But sew around your curved corners rather than your squares. I'm just going to ban him. Should I ban him? I saw that, Steph. Don't think I didn't see it. Oh, I lost it there. Oh, I've just got a notification about Love Island. It just said Micah and Amber patch things up. Ooh, exciting. I thought she was going to rip them apart. But she's been quite cool about the whole thing. Over the back in what happens. Yeah, go for it, Steph. That's fine. Right, so my oilcloth has stretched slightly as I'm sewing. So I just need to unpick this line here because I've gone with screw width. And I don't want to make a screw width on me, do I? As I've gone around the corner and pulled it on. Yeah, so Steph, you need to do these like sew-alongs as well, yeah? What have you put in your mouth? Come on, sweetie. Yeah, don't eat that. No one likes that. So, Steph, when are you doing your one? Now that you're taking my place? Oh dear. Oh, come on. Really? No. Sew it in the back, see if it pulls any less. And then I'll just do the corners from the front. Evening, Faye. See, she's asleep. Right, this side is all pulled as well. This is why I have such a pretty unpicker. No, I'm not that good. I meant for me and you. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to sew my corners in from the front after I've done the sewing from the back because my machine seems to prefer sewing this front at the back. No dirty comments needed. None. And swear way too much. I've actually been really good about not swearing, I think. I don't think I swore that much. Have I? So yeah, I've just used fleece out of choice and because what I had to hand. You can use 2 ounce wadding, 4 ounce wadding, interfacing, and you can use nothing in it if you want. Won't make a difference. Well, it will make a difference, but you can. It's all just down to personal choice. I would just like, if I was having it under my machine, I would prefer something that had a little bit of a, maybe like a soundproofing to it. So hence the fleece. Yeah, I've been really good. I thought so as well. Hey Ditsy. See? Whole new me. Not swearing, wearing a luminous yellow. Making things of oilcloth. Whole new me. Making bags out of shiny mermaid stuff. That's a new one on me. That doesn't happen. They're like a whole new person. Right, so that's all the sides done. So I'm just going to sew around the corners from the front. Now it's all in place. All these loose threads everywhere. God, can't be coping with them. So it doesn't matter how rough this bit looks because you are going to cover it up with the bias tape. So this is where you might struggle a little bit because you're now going through the backing as well. But again, just take it slow and you will be fine. Oh my god, Love Island. Don't tell me what happens. I'm going to watch it on catch up in a bit. I don't want to know. La 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 la. Don't mean. Okay, so that's all 4 corners. So I'm going to cut off my rounds and anything that's slightly overhung when sewing again. And again, this part doesn't matter what it looks like because you are going to cover it up and make it look perfect. Now you can choose to hand sew on your bias tape. Woohoo! Sarah Dixie. I see, I can see you replying to her, but I can't see her comment. How weird is that? Stupid Facebook. But also, you don't have to make this sewing machine tidy with oilcloth. You can make it with cotton, you can make it with canvas, you can pretty much make it in anything you want. You can make it in satin if you want to make your life really difficult. I think that should be our challenge. Who can make a sewing machine tidy in satin? Jesus. I'll give myself about 5 minutes and I'll throw it out the window. Okay. So that's the basis of it all done. And now all you need to do is finish off your edges. So that is literally it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, nice and big, for scissors and everything to go in. So even if they poke out the top, oh, can't see that hole, you see that one, you're still going to have loads of space in there. And for catching all your threads and everything else you throw off the table. See, you can have cookies in this one, you can have your sandwich in this one. Boss man, me. Nope, lost, don't know. So, bias tape, make sure you're not using the thin stuff because it will just give you a headache. Don't do it. I would start it at the very top because that's the part that you're not going to see. This is going to be behind your machine on the table. So all I do is, I know people have different ways of doing, different ways of putting on bias tape. I, from the back, open my bias tape up, open it up like this, and put this raw edge next to the raw edge I want it attached to. Clip that in place there, and then I sew along this crease all the way around, stretching it around the corners, which I'm going to do now. Why are you going to say me? I don't understand. Me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Make it in satin, me. Oh, you make it in satin then. I think... sorry. I've got a cat just landed on my shoulder. Get off! 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 You idiots! Off! Go away! Make it in satin. Yeah, I think we should make Boss Man like tidy in satin. Not in Duchess satin, you can have that shiny budget satin. Shiny, that one. So if you're buying bias tape to put around the edge of it and you don't just have a stash of it, it's 20 inches each side, so it would be just over 2 meters you'd need. So if you bought 2.5 meters, you'd have plenty. Also, if you didn't want to line the pockets on the front with anything, you could just put some bias tape across the top of one layer and that would save you lining them if you don't want to. So you're going to sew this all the way around, pulling it around the corners as you go. So this is going to be really messy because I'm trying to do it fast and it's not going to be neat and tidy. But yours, you can take as long as you want to. Under pressure. Just intensely watching me because no one says anything, but I can see you're all there. I love that. Thanks, Mandy, for this video. I've got to go. We'll definitely get to see. Yes, do, Dot. That'd be wicked. Running away to watch Love Island, I bet, Dot, aren't you? Just have to purr. Not feeling the pressure at all then. Thanks, Annie. But again, all done by measurement. So these ones are a 20 inch by 20 inch of oilcloth for the front. 20 inch by 20 inch, I've just used budget fleece. It's enclosed, so it doesn't really matter what colour you use, and it doesn't show through your backing. You've got 20 inch by 20 inch backing. This case it is polypoplin number 41, which I think is like a peach, I think it's called. I just know it's number 41. Watching you and TV. That's just rude, Steph. You just concentrate on me, for God's sake. The most important thing in your life. Not celebrity was. Okay, fair enough. Right, when I get to the end, I'm going to sew up to where it is, and I'm going to leave myself a bit over to fart about with, and then back stitching. So yeah, 20 inch by 20 inch front oilcloth, same measurements of fleece, same measurements of your backing. This one is a polypoplin number 41. It goes nice with the oilcloth. Because I don't like the binding attachments. I don't like them. They're nasty. They're evil. And then your front pocket is 36 inches by 7 inches high. And you need one lot of lining, or you can use bias tape across the front. And that'll be, if you've done it the same as I have, it'll be one oilcloth and one of the same polypoplin. So 1 metre of both will make you this quite happily. Half a metre, you need 20 inches, so it's bang on half a metre. So I would probably say, yes, you won't be able to anyway, so yeah, definitely 1 metre of both, and you'll be laughing. So £6 and £2. No, they have like certain time off filming, and then on Saturdays, it's really weird. On Saturdays, they actually all go out for the day. They like spend it down the beach, which is why there's no live, well, not live Love Island, but you know what I mean. And why there's no Love Island on Saturday, because they all just go down to the beach, but they're not allowed to talk about anything that's going on in Love Island while they're there. It's really weird. Don't know if I can handle it. So I turn my thing over to the front, and I just pull my bias tape round, and then I top stitch it down. So I'm going to start where I started from before, but a little bit further back, so I can bugger about with that when the time comes. And I'm just going to do this again. Sorry, really boring. All the way around. That's just not good enough, Snobble. Not good enough at all. Again, mine is not going to be the neatest because I am trying to do it at speed, but yours will look perfect in comparison. my telly, I have it on my laptop, so I usually put it on when I'm down here working. It makes me happy. You watched this morning? Yeah, they come in and clean the villa, don't they? It's weird. It's very odd. I don't watch this morning though. Yeah. Saturday. Yeah, it's very. And they have X amount time off filming for like eating and stuff. Because the girls' nails are always perfect, and there's no way their nails are going to stay that perfect for that long in a villa. It's just not happening. Sorry guys, I've sewn my bias tape on slightly too far around the back, so I'm struggling to get it around the corner. But again, at speed, yours will be lovely and perfect. Mine will look like food in comparison. So you can all put me to shame. Yeah, and I find it really weird that when they say, oh yeah, I'm in love with so-and-so at the villa, blah 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 blah, they don't actually know what normal clothes they wear. Like, they don't know anything about them in normal life, because they're given all their clothes and their wardrobe before they go in. It's not actually their clothes they take with them. So I find that all a little bit odd. But yeah, they'll kill each other tonight, I think. So girls, these corners are awful. Don't look at them closer. What? Tell me about it. We've gone right off the sewing. Oh, yeah. I know. But I'm only just literally sewing the bias tape on around the top. It's not very exciting. It's starting to get lovely and cool now. Woo! Oh, I've caught my other bias tape in the back because I don't know, I'm not concentrating. Hi, Andrea. Her real name is Andrea, but Andrea sounds posher and she likes it. So that's why we call her Andrea Hart. Not Andrea. I think I should do Chubb Island. Oh dear. God. Right, okay. So I'm going to cut this stitch off there for a minute just so I can fart about with this bit. And this is when you have no idea about bias tape. What? Does everybody not use bias tape? I use it everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the one side. So my second side, so I've sewn this side up, I've cut it off, this side's going to go all over the top. And when you have no idea what bias tape. Really, Snubble? How can you not have any idea about bias tape? I thought everybody used it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is snip that back a bit. And then I'm going to fold it underneath itself. Like that. So I make a nice little end. Put it over the top again. And then you've got a nice end there. And it's like that. And then what I tend to do is clip it in place, and then with something pokey, posh name, I need not to get a bit of posh, yeah, we all have to have one, don't we? And then what I do is, like any raw edges like this, you just poke them in underneath so you can't see them. All an illusion. because to be honest, this is the bit no one is going to see anyway, because it's going to be on the table behind your machine. Oh, you're not either. Mind you, Tracy, they don't have much call for on the cushions. Back to the end of that. Nearly, Dot. Nearly. So that's me finishing off sewing that bit. Let's move them out of the way before they go flying. I think it's something I use every day. I just presume everybody else does, which is where obviously a lot of things come from. Yeah, can do. No, I don't. 3 mouthfuls, what a waste. Round necks and something nice. Yeah, yeah, with oilcloth it's lovely, unless it's really, really hot and sticky, and then it's not. So if you live anywhere that isn't London, you'll be alright. Right, okay. So that didn't quite catch, so I'm just going to go over that one again. Again, yours will be a lot neater than mine. Please do not judge me on this. So, get rid of all our loose ends, all our nasties, lots and lots of nasties. No, I would suggest that everybody makes at least one thing in oilcloth just to try it. But yeah, there you go. I don't know if I can move you back anymore. But that is what your finished one will look like, hopefully, but just neater. So you're going to have bias tape around the edge. You're going to have a nice colour as your backing, or anything you want as your backing. You're going to have 4 pockets there, rounded corners. You're going to have a little bit of a sponge to it because you've got this fleece inside. This part is going to be where your machine sits like this, and then your pockets are going to hang down at the front. I'll go if I can show you. I don't know if you can see this. So it will hang, here you go, just like that with your machine on top. And then you'll have all your goodies in here. Ooh, not in there. Scissors are too big. All your goodies in there, waiting to be used. And then, as someone said, they actually take theirs off and use it, especially being in oilcloth, it won't make a difference, as a dust cover when you're not sewing. Perfect. So then you can pick whatever you want to match in your room. Oh, back again. So, yeah, this is what your bias tape looks like on the front. So it's just one stitch down. And then on the back, you've got one stitch through it as well, because that's just the backing of the stitch in front. Make sense? Yeah. Ta-da! So how long did that take me? I don't know. Oh, I don't know, what time are we now? 20 past 9. So what time did I start? About 20 past 8? So about an hour. So not bad going. I need flamingo oilcloth now. I don't know if did I see flamingos? I might have done, you know. I can't remember. I honestly can't. So, this is 25mm bias tape. I use it by the roll because I use a lot of it. But that's what bias tape looks like. There's a join in it. Just over an hour, yeah. So bias tape comes folded in like this. So basically what you're doing is you're putting your fabric in here and folding it over. Lovely with matchwork. Yeah, basically I've got loads and loads of oilcloths. I think they had loads more in that I just saw yesterday. I know they arrived while I was there, but I think they might have just been PVC. But yeah, you can make this in anything, but oilcloth is a really, really good one, because anything dusty, bits of thread, nothing's going to get stuck to it. It's all just going to go. Yeah, next week I'll come live again, and I will make something with the other print of oilcloth that I've got, which is this one. Ta-da! Really nice one. It's stag, so it's the same colour as the, I think it is actually, is it the Panama? The half Panama stuff, I think. But it's an oilcloth, so it's fabric back. And this I am going to make into coasters and placemats, and possibly, what else was it? Can't think. We're going to do some, can you add a roll of that to my order, please? Oh, bias tape, 25mm. I don't know if they sell it by the roll. The stags. Yeah, they definitely sell it by the metre though. I think it's like 25p a metre. For this one you would need 2.5 metres of bias tape to make the sewing machine holder. But yeah, this we're going to make into placemat, coaster. We might do some outside bunting, which is really, really simple. We need acrylic webbing for that, which I've got. What else are we going to do with it? I was going to do an apron, but I thought better of it. And I might do a baby travel changing mat if I've got enough left over. So we will see. So we're going to start there and see where I go. But apart from that, yeah. Bias tape. You might be better off sending Tracy a message, Snobble, just because comments get missed in here and all sorts, so just send her a message. Yeah, I've got Christmas bunting coming that I'm going to make up for you guys. I might go live and do that as well. And that will go back to the shop. They're Christmas bunting panels. So easy peasy easy, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm the crash test dummy on this one, I think. Snobble says she wanted 6 metres in white, please Tracy, of the 25mm white bias. Yeah, so I might pick a different fabric for a couple of weeks time, something that people don't usually use again, or if there's anything else that people want to see as a tutorial. I know someone said they wanted to see the oven glove one, which I will do, but I won't do a quilted version because that takes a long time. I'll just do a basic one and you can quilt it if you need to. Yeah, that's it I think, guys. That's me done for the night. I am bloody hot still, but it's starting to really cool down, which is lovely. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm very excited that I made all this stuff out of oilcloth that I usually never use. So, yeah, so we've got a sewing machine tidy, brocade. No! I love the look of brocade, but oh, I don't know if I can do that. Nice little tote bag. We've got a nice little makeup bag, or whatever bag, a little bag, and then the super cool zipper zip one, which I might do a video of on its own from a different angle so that you guys can really see how to make these, because they're so much fun and the kids love it and it's a really good sensory kind of thing. So I will go and I will see you all later.